It's news that a lot of Carolina Panthers fans were likely expecting. Frank Reich fired as the head coach of the Carolina Panthers in the middle of his first season.
And he's not the only one. The team gave a pink slip today, the fallout being felt all across the NFL and right here in the Queen City. Queen City News has teams on the ground covering every angle of this historic day for the Panthers franchise. We begin with Charlotte Sports Live's Gabe McDonald.
Yeah, Gabe, we knew that Reich was on the hot seat, especially after yesterday's loss. What do we know about how he eventually lost the job for real today?
So we had a meeting earlier today with owner David Tepper. Yesterday we saw David Tepper visibly frustrated after that 17-10 loss to the Tennessee Titans. We were told that he was leaving the locker room just frustrated and yelling out a four-letter word that I could not repeat here on the air. And that was basically seemed to be the final straw for Panthers head coach Frank Reich, as he is now fired after a 1-10 start. He is now the third in a row to be fired midway through his first season. Last year, Nathaniel Hackett in Denver, and the year before that, it was Urban Meyer up in Jacksonville. And the main thing, there just really wasn't a clear direction here in Carolina, according to our sources. And there were a lot of, just a mix-up in decision-making. Obviously, the most public one was him taking back the play calling from Thomas Brown after Brown was in that role for just 3 games. And in the 2 games since, Carolina only put up 10 points in each of those games, which matched a season low. They had a season low in yardage against the Dallas Cowboys with only 187 yards. There are only 305 days for Frank Reich as his team's head coach. He was looking to really just bring a new spark to Carolina. David Tepper gave him the job because he's an offensive mind, and that's really what he wanted to see out of this team. But so far, 30th in the NFL right now on offense and towards the bottom in scoring as well, with only 15 points per game. So that's going to obviously Frank Reich now out. But there were also other coaches as well to get fired today as well. We also saw that running backs coach Duke Staley and quarterbacks coach Luke McCown were also let go. Those decisions, according to reports, were actually made by the new interim head coach Chris Tabor, who was the special teams coordinator, along with Jim Caldwell, who's going to have a bigger role in the offense moving forward with just 6 games to go. And Frank Reich now out as the head coach. This is the 4th shortest tenure in league history. Only 11 games, the shortest tenure in 45 years. And obviously Frank Reich the Carolina Panthers now moving forward, they've had 6 head coaches, whether interim or full-time, in the last 6 years. So now David Tepper tasked with getting a new head coach in the building. Of course, Chris Tabor taking over for the final 6 games. Thomas Brown back in the play-calling seat, and Jim Caldwell going to have a bigger role with the offense moving forward with these 6 games to go, guys.